Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today, we're not just talking about working out, we're talking about unleashing a fury. Full body dumbbell fury isn't just a workout, it's a mindset. It's about grabbing those weights, pushing past your excuses, and proving to yourself that you are so much stronger than you think. This is about sweat, grit, and results. No shortcuts, no half effort. You show up, you give everything, and you leave knowing you owned it. So let's lock in, light that fire, and crush this together. Strength over excuses is not just a phrase, it's a principle that determines whether you stay stuck or move forward. Every single one of us faces obstacles, time pressures, distractions, fatigue, and self doubt. The easy way is always to make an excuse. You're too busy. You're too tired. You don't have the right equipment. You'll start tomorrow. But the truth is, excuses don't burn calories. Excuses don't build muscle. Excuses don't transform your body or your mind. Strength does. And strength is not just about physical force, it's about the mental resilience to push past the noise and the temptation to stay comfortable. Strength means choosing to rise when the couch is calling your name. Strength means saying yes to the workout when everything in you wants to say no. Excuses feel convenient in the moment, but they always rob you of the results you deserve. Strength, on the other hand, pays you back every single time you show up and give it your all. When you commit to strength over excuses, you stop negotiating with yourself. The inner voice that whispers you can't or that you'll never be fit enough starts losing power because you stop feeding it. Each time you show up anyway, you prove that your willpower is stronger than your excuses. That's how confidence is built. It's not about waiting until you feel motivated because motivation is temporary and inconsistent. It's about discipline, about making strength your automatic response when excuses show up. Think of excuses as quicksand. The more you lean into them, the deeper you sink. But strength is the rope you grab to pull yourself out and move forward. Strength over excuses also means redefining what strength actually looks like. It's not just lifting heavier dumbbells or pushing through an extra set, though those are important. It's about showing strength in your choices outside the gym, too. Choosing to prep a meal instead of grabbing fast food, choosing to prioritize sleep instead of mindless scrolling, choosing to commit to the long term vision instead of instant gratification. Every time you put strength before excuses, you're not just training your body, you're training your character. And let's be real, excuses never disappear. Life will always give you reasons to delay or avoid the work. There will always be stress, work deadlines, family responsibilities, and unexpected events. Strength over excuses is about developing the mindset that no matter what, you will carve out time for yourself. Even if it's 10 minutes with a pair of dumbbells, you refuse to let excuses win. Those small, consistent acts of strength compound into transformation. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. And eventually, it stops feeling like a battle and starts feeling like your identity. You become the person who doesn't break promises to yourself. You become the person who shows up, no matter what. Strength over excuses is how you go from wishing for change to owning your power and creating it. Full body engagement, no shortcuts, is the foundation of true transformation because the body works as a system, not as isolated parts. Too many people want quick fixes, targeting one area or looking for some magic move that will melt fat in a week. But that's not how real results are built. The body thrives when every muscle is challenged, every joint is mobilized, and every movement recruits multiple systems at once. A dumbbell in your hands is not just for your biceps, it's for your legs when you squat, your core when you stabilize, your shoulders when you press, your heart when you keep moving without quitting. Full body engagement demands more effort, but it gives you maximum return on that effort. Every rep is a chance to activate more than one muscle group, burn more calories, and push your body to adapt in ways it never would with shortcuts. Shortcuts tempt you because they promise ease. A single machine, a 5-minute trick, a single body part obsession. But shortcuts cheat you out of the growth that only comes from full engagement. When you limit your focus, you limit your results. Think of the body as a chain. If you only strengthen one link, the chain remains weak. Real progress happens when you demand effort from the entire system, when you push your body to move as it was designed to move, lifting, hinging, rotating, stabilizing, pressing, and pulling. That's why dumbbell workouts are so powerful. They're not about isolating one area, but about forcing the whole body to coordinate and work together. Full body engagement also transforms the way you feel. When every part of you is activated, you build not just strength, but balance, agility, and endurance. Your posture improves because your core is firing, your athleticism grows because your muscles are working in harmony, your stamina increases because your heart is always in the fight. That's the difference between training the whole body versus settling for shortcuts. You walk out stronger, steadier, and more capable in every aspect of your life. It also builds efficiency. Time is the number one excuse people give for not training, but full body engagement eliminates that barrier. You don't need an hour and a half on different machines. You can get everything done in 20 to 30 minutes with a pair of dumbbells and movements that fire the entire system. Squat to press, lunge with a curl, renegade rows, thrusters. These aren't just exercises, they're time efficient power moves. They demand effort from multiple areas at once, forcing the body to work harder in less time, giving you more results in fewer minutes. That's how you train smart, not easy. When you choose full body engagement and reject shortcuts, you shift your mindset from surface level fitness to complete transformation. You stop chasing the illusion of spot reduction and instead build real strength, real conditioning, and real progress that shows up everywhere in the gym, in your daily life, and in the way you carry yourself. Intensity equals transformation is the truth that separates those who wish for change from those who create it. Workouts are not about going through the motions, checking a box, or simply moving your body for the sake of saying you did something. Transformation only happens when you demand more of yourself, when you push into that zone where it's uncomfortable, where your heart is pounding, your muscles are shaking, and your mind is telling you to quit. That's the place where growth happens. Without intensity, the body has no reason to adapt, no reason to burn fat, no reason to build strength. The body changes when it is challenged, and intensity is the key that unlocks that challenge. Intensity doesn't mean recklessness, it means effort. It's giving every rep purpose, squeezing every muscle, controlling every movement, and not letting yourself coast. Too many people waste time in the gym doing the minimum, lifting weights that are too light, resting too long, or avoiding the exercises that really test them. They stay safe, but safe doesn't bring transformation. Intensity demands that you show up and give your best, not someone else's version of best, but yours. That means using a weight that forces you to struggle, moving with speed that elevates your heart rate, and attacking every set like it matters, because it does. When you train with intensity, you're not just working the body, you're training the mind. Every time you push through the point of discomfort, you're proving to yourself that you're stronger than your limits. That mental toughness translates beyond the workout. It teaches resilience, focus, and grit. It builds the discipline to keep going in other areas of life when things get hard. Transformation is never just physical, it's the mental rewiring that comes from choosing intensity again and again instead of settling for average. Intensity is also the great equalizer. You don't need fancy equipment, an expensive gym, or hours of free time. What matters is the effort you bring. A pair of dumbbells, your body weight, and your commitment to push to your edge is more than enough. 10 minutes of high intensity work will do more for your body than an hour of half hearted movement. It's not about how long you train, it's about how hard you train. The more intensity you bring, the more efficient and powerful your results. The beauty of intensity is that it evolves with you. What feels intense on day one won't be the same 6 months later, because as your body transforms, your capacity increases. You lift heavier, you move faster, you recover quicker, and you push even harder. That's transformation in action. Your effort today becomes the foundation for a stronger, fitter version of you tomorrow. By committing to intensity, you ensure that you're never stagnant, never stuck, always moving forward toward the version of yourself that you know you're capable of becoming. Progress, not perfection, is the mindset that keeps you moving forward when the temptation to quit creeps in. Too many people sabotage themselves by believing that if they can't do everything perfectly, then it's not worth doing at all. They think if they miss a workout, eat one bad meal, or can't lift as heavy as someone else, they've failed. That mentality kills momentum. Real transformation doesn't come from flawless execution. It comes from consistent effort over time, even when it's messy, even when it's imperfect. Every rep you complete, every set you push through, every workout you finish despite not feeling your best is progress. And progress compounds. Perfection is an illusion that paralyzes people. No one wakes up every day at peak energy, peak strength, and peak motivation. Life gets in the way, challenges happen, and your journey will never be a straight line. But progress doesn't demand perfection. Progress demands that you keep showing up, keep trying, keep doing a little better than yesterday. That could mean adding one more rep, lifting 5 pounds heavier, shaving a few seconds off your rest time, or simply getting yourself into the workout when you didn't want to. Those small wins add up and create momentum, and that momentum builds unstoppable results. Progress, not perfection, also frees you from comparison. Too often, people measure themselves against someone else's journey, looking at social media or at the strongest person in the gym and thinking they're falling behind. But the only person you need to measure against is yourself. Progress is personal. Your pace, your effort, your improvements are unique to you. Perfection suggests there's one universal standard to hit, but progress reminds you that every step forward is valuable, no matter how small it looks to anyone else. The pursuit of perfection leads to burnout because it demands all or nothing. You either succeed flawlessly or you fail completely. But the pursuit of progress creates sustainability. It gives you permission to stumble and still keep moving. If you missed a workout, you can do the next one. If you ate poorly at one meal, you can make a better choice at the next. If you couldn't finish the full routine, you can still celebrate the effort you put in. That's how you build habits that last, by embracing imperfection and focusing on the direction you're heading rather than demanding a flawless record. Progress is what transforms fitness from a punishment into empowerment. It shifts your focus from what you didn't do perfectly to what you are achieving day by day. It's the mental shift from frustration to pride, from shame to determination. By prioritizing progress, you start stacking victories instead of dwelling on setbacks. You stop chasing the impossible and start building the possible piece by piece, choice by choice, rep by rep. Mindset fuels muscle because the body will always follow where the mind leads. You can have the perfect workout plan, the best set of dumbbells, the most carefully designed nutrition strategy, but if your mindset isn't aligned, none of it will last. The difference between someone who quits at the first sign of discomfort and someone who pushes through to breakthrough results is not physical ability, it's mental strength. The way you think about the challenge determines how far you'll go. If you believe you're too tired, too weak, or too busy, your body will give up right along with your mind. But if you decide that you're capable, that you're stronger than your excuses, that you refuse to quit, your body will respond to that command. Mindset is what takes a dumbbell from being just a piece of metal to becoming a tool of transformation. Anyone can pick up a weight and go through the motions, but the person with the right mindset knows that each rep is an opportunity to grow stronger, not just physically, but mentally. They know that discomfort isn't something to avoid, but something to embrace because it signals change. They know that the struggle isn't punishment, it's progress. That mindset keeps you from walking away when the workout gets tough. It keeps you from giving up when results don't come as fast as you want. It keeps you focused on the bigger picture, the vision of who you're becoming, rather than the temporary pain of the moment. When your mindset is strong, your body adapts faster. You approach every workout with intensity, every challenge with determination, every setback with resilience. You stop labeling obstacles as failures and start seeing them as opportunities to prove your strength. Missed a workout. The mindset-driven person doesn't spiral, they adjust and come back stronger the next day, hit a plateau. They don't quit. They push harder, try new strategies, and break through. The muscle may fatigue, but the mindset keeps driving forward and eventually the body follows. Mindset also shapes consistency, and consistency is where transformation lives. On days when motivation is nowhere to be found, mindset is what drags you into the gym anyway. It's what reminds you that discipline outlasts inspiration and action creates results whether you feel like it or not. Every athlete, every person who has transformed their body has relied more on mindset than on motivation. They built a mental habit of showing up, of pushing through, of refusing to quit, and that habit turned into physical power. Mindset fuels muscle beyond the workout, too. It influences how you eat, how you rest, how you recover, how you handle stress, how you prioritize your goals. A strong mindset doesn't just lift weights, it lifts standards. It sets the tone for every choice you make, reinforcing the identity of someone who is committed, focused, and relentless. When you strengthen your mind, your body has no choice but to rise with it because the muscle always follows the message the mind is sending. Consistency creates results because the body is built on repetition, not on random effort. One powerful workout will not transform you, just like one healthy meal will not change your physique. True change happens when actions are repeated day after day, week after week, until they compound into visible strength, endurance, and transformation. Consistency is the glue that holds everything together. The workouts, the nutrition, the mindset, and without it, progress falls apart. The reason so many people never see results is not because they lack the ability or the tools, but because they lack the persistence to keep showing up when the excitement fades. Consistency doesn't mean perfection, it means commitment. It's the choice to train even when you don't feel like it, the choice to make healthier decisions more often than not, the choice to stay aligned with your goals regardless of how motivated you feel in the moment. Motivation is fleeting, discipline is steady, and consistency is the product of discipline in action. When you build the habit of showing up no matter what, you eliminate the need to negotiate with yourself each day. You stop waiting for the perfect conditions and start proving that progress comes from effort applied consistently over time. Consistency also builds trust with yourself. Every time you follow through, you reinforce the identity of someone who doesn't quit, someone who honors their goals, someone who can be counted on, especially by themselves. That self trust is powerful because it strengthens your confidence not only in the gym, but in every area of life. You begin to see that small, steady actions add up to massive changes, and you stop looking for shortcuts or overnight miracles. You understand that transformation is a process and you respect the process enough to keep showing up for it. The physical body thrives on consistency because it adapts to repeated stress. Each time you lift, run, or train, you're sending a signal to your muscles, your heart, and your metabolism. If that signal comes once in a while, the body has no reason to change. But when the signal is consistent, the body has no choice but to adapt. It becomes stronger, leaner, and more efficient. That's why sporadic effort never produces lasting results, but steady effort always does. It's not about intensity alone. It's about sustained effort applied again and again until it becomes part of who you are. Consistency creates results because it compounds. One workout makes you sweat, 10 workouts make you stronger, 100 workouts transform your body. One healthy meal makes you feel good, 10 healthy meals reset your energy, 100 healthy meals reshape your body composition. Each action builds on the last, stacking victories until the change is undeniable. Transformation is never a single event. It is the outcome of hundreds of small choices consistently repeated until they form a new reality.